The room went silent the moment he walked in. Every waiter froze mid-step. Every diner lowered their gaze. Victor Kane, the billionaire who could ruin lives with a single phone call, had arrived. People whispered his name in fear, afraid to even breathe wrong in his presence. But that night, in a crowded restaurant, one woman, one waitress, dared to look him in the eye. And with a single sentence, she shattered the power he thought he had over everyone. The restaurant was buzzing with the quiet hum of clinking glasses and low conversations. The warm amber lights reflected off polished tables, and the air smelled faintly of rosemary bread fresh from the oven. But then, everything changed. The glass doors swung open with a force that made every head turn. A tall man in a perfectly tailored charcoal suit strode in like he owned the place. His eyes were sharp, cold, and calculating. A single diamond cufflink glinted under the light, and his shoes, black leather impossibly shiny, clicked against the marble floor. People whispered, "That's him, Victor Kane, the billionaire. Don't look at him too long." Victor Kane wasn't just rich, he was feared. Known for destroying businesses with a single phone call and humiliating anyone who crossed him. He carried a storm in his voice and an iron fist in his dealings. Even the restaurant manager, a confident man usually unshakable, visibly stiffened. Victor didn't sit down right away. He stood near the center, scanning the room with an expression that suggested everything, and everyone, fell beneath him. Finally, he chose the best table by the window without asking, snapping his fingers for attention. A young waiter rushed over, almost tripping on his way. Victor's voice cut through the air like a blade. "Your service here is slow. I hope your chef isn't as incompetent as your staff." The waiter stammered an apology, promising his meal would be perfect. Every table nearby had gone silent. The mood shifted, thick with tension. And then she appeared, a woman in her late 20s, wearing a crisp white shirt and black apron, approached the table with steady steps. Her skin was the deep, rich tone of midnight coffee, and her presence had a quiet strength to it. Her name tag read, Amara. Amara didn't rush. She didn't bow her head or avoid his gaze like the others. She simply looked him in the eye, which seemed to irritate Victor immediately. "Can I get you something to drink while you decide on your order?" she asked, her tone polite but firm. Victor smirked. "Finally, someone who speaks clearly. I'll have your finest wine. And make sure it's the right temperature, unlike the last place I visited. If it's wrong, you'll hear about it, loudly." She wrote his order down without a single flicker of fear. Of course. When she returned with the wine, he took a sip, and then set the glass down with a sharp clink. "This is wrong," he announced loudly enough for half the restaurant to hear. "Do you pee?"